Panthers. My name is Augusta Poole, and my co-host today is
Asher and Augusta. We have much to cover today, so let's hop straight into our upcoming events. First up is our upcoming basketball games. We have many games to see, so check the school calendar for the most up-to-date information. You can view this on the school website.
Quarter 2 and first semester ends on January 17th, which is also an early release day.
Then, a reminder, we have no school on Monday, the 20th, for Martin Luther King.
Then on January 19th, there will be ASVAB testing for grades 10 through 12. This test is optional and only takes 2 hours. The ASVAB measures abilities and helps predict academic and occupational performances. The military uses the scores to determine whether an individual qualifies to enlist and which job they should be assigned.
Duck Duck Bullseye has started. It happens at every home game. Whoever is closest to the bullseye will win half the money made that night. On January 3rd, the sophomores had their first duck bullseye. They sold 54 ducks and raised $123. Then, on January 7th, we had another Duck Duck Bullseye. For both, the winner was Ivy Daniels. On the 3rd, she won $61.50, and then on the 7th, she won $58.
Now that we have finished our upcoming events, let's go to the first big story on Second Chance Animal Shelter with Asher Hoyt.
Today's big stories, I'll be going over to Second Chance and how the Second Chance has helped our community. We shall go to see these perfect cats. How did Second Chance come to be the shelter it is today?
Back in 2010, a group of us got together and decided there wasn't enough opportunity for the stray cats, and so we banded together and we were granted a good donation to start. We rented this place and got a 501c3 nonprofit, and we were up and running, and I think within 6 months. So this is our 15th year here.
What does Second Chance do for the animals?
We take in strays or owner surrenders, or any cat that is homeless. And we spay, neuter, vaccinate, leukemia test, deworm, we do all their stuff, and then we check the homes and we get them in a good home. We have low-cost spay-neuter clinics twice a month, so we're doing about 100 animals per month for low-cost spay-neuter.
Wow. How does Second Chance help our community?
We control the stray population. We provide a place for these cats that people have to surrender or whatever, a place for them to go, safe place. We provide the low-cost spay-neuter, affordable spay-neuter for the community.
What was the one animal that you got attached to and why?
Well, we always have a shelter favorite.
Of course.
And then it gets adopted, then we pick another shelter favorite. But, we have Molly here that we kept. She's our shelter cat. So we've always had a shelter cat here. We had Lady Gray, and we had Morris, and what else? Oh, Ladybug. So, but we always have one that we're attached to.
Of course. What was the saddest story an animal had when it came to the shelter?
Oh, geez. There's an awful lot of them that have come in pretty sad shape. I think one was, we had Benji and Artie come in. They were living under a trailer, and they had pretty much no hair, infested with fleas. Their ears were all infected and bent over, and despite all that, they were just friendly and purry and happy, and so we got them well, got them a home. I think the other one was I had gone to Lancaster and got a litter of kittens that they wanted to get rid of, and I had to go up there. It was night, and I brought them back here, and they were I got them situated in a cage, and they were so sick with upper respiratory. They just sat there and they couldn't breathe, and you know, their eyes were all runny and discharge, and you know, it's like you having a bad cold. They were just so miserable. But we got them better. Now got them homes.
What would you say if you were to advise anyone looking to rescue animals?
Try not to do it by yourself. It's a huge undertaking, and it's a very expensive undertaking. Once you get into the medical and you know, trying to provide the needs of cats, it gets very expensive. So we have a lot of very good supporters that donate here. We have fundraisers and whatever to help defray the cost. So it's very expensive. So I wouldn't try and do it alone.
Let us switch straight to Camden to see her views on chat and Second Chance.
The goal and mission of the organization or club overall is to really just help raise funds for rescue animals, especially in the local area, as well as just spread awareness and education on how to take care of animals properly. I think it's important to the community because I think we're able to, through the club, like help support the community, such as a local organization that we work with, like Second Chance, from like donating money to them with our funds, as well as doing community service work with them, like we did earlier last school year. We went there and we did some community service projects with them and helped clean up the space and work with them. So I think it benefits the community, and the club helps uplift the community. I think we have been benefited by them in the past by getting the opportunity to work with them because they are a great organization. I know they are made up of a lot of volunteers, and specifically one person who volunteers/works there named Gabby, who I've had a lot of communications with personally. It's just so sweet and so nice, and the organization is kind of a way that chat club members get to really see where the money that we're raising goes towards, and seeing investing back in our community and the animals of the area that need help. So I think the way that we benefit from them is just they're an organization that we really get to when we do help them, really see the impact that it has on us and our community. It was so positive. The first time that I went was, like I said previously, the end of the school year last year, and it was just so fun getting to see all the cute animals there, from the older cats to the kittens, and then the space is so cool and really well maintained, and then we got to help clean up the space and work with the people there and visit all the animals. So it was really fun just getting to see Second Chance in person. Yes, I most definitely am. I think it's a group of some really bright and motivated and just fun students who have really good intentions and want to again help and uplift the community. So it's really fun to get to be a part of or surrounded by people and other students who are motivated the way that you do and care about the community, as I said, the way that I do as well. So I really enjoy it, and I'm proud of being a part of it. So I initially joined because in the middle of my freshman year, so about this time, a friend of mine was already in the organization, and they recommended it to me and said, it's a lot of fun and the mission's really good because helping animals, and I love animals. So that kind of sparked my interest initially, so then I sat in on a couple meetings and then eventually joined, and here we are. So the main fundraiser that we do are bake sales at Shaw's in Littleton, both in the fall and the springtime, and we usually do it surrounding holidays because it can help raise more money, and then the dog treats and desserts that we have can be themed around the holiday. So that's the main things that really help us raise our money. That's a really great fundraiser. Other than that, we do I don't know if you've noticed, but we have like the lunch bunches and different stuff for high school and middle school and elementary. That can raise like a decent amount of money, but that's more of like to help the fun and like morale of the school in that way. But it's also a good way to have each dollar that we're bringing in accumulate, and then we're able to donate that to help animals.
A big thanks to Second Chance for helping the cats of Lisbon, New Hampshire. And now, I'll join back to Augusta.
Thank you, Asher. Now let's transition to our past events, and to begin, we have Jaden Heselton. He will discuss the past few games.
Welcome, my name is Jaden Heselton, and today I am recapping the recent basketball games. Without further ado, let's get some information on the recent games. How do you think the middle school girls are doing so far?
They're doing really great so far. We have a win streak of 3, and we're going to go against Quorum today.
Do you think you're going to make that a win streak of 4?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure.
100%?
Yep, 100%.
How are the middle school boys doing so far?
They're doing good. We won our last game against Haverhill, and I think we're going to win our game against Gorham today.
Within the game stuff, do you feel like you guys perform really well? Or do you guys feel like that it's starts off good and then dies down a little bit?
Yeah, it starts off good, but then it dies down towards the end because people aren't working as hard as they do in the beginning.
But do you have faith that'll be fixed today?
Yes.
How are the varsity girls doing this season?
Well, so far it's been a rough start. We don't have any wins, but we're a very young team and we're building on it. We just need to work on the simple stuff before we try to get too confident in our abilities. We got to work on the basics first.
Other than the basics, is there anything specific in game that you guys think you should improve on?
Ball movement. We like to stand in the same spot and not work on cuts down to the corners, up through the blocks. We stand still and pass around the perimeter too much.
Today, I'm going to be filling you in on the JV boys' recent experience. The boys have a 3-4 record as of right now, with some toe-to-toe battles and tough competition. Our last big game was against Colebrook, where we ended up snatching a huge win against them. And also against Gorham, we ended up beating them, which is one of the first times we've beaten the team in years. And overall, we've had a good season, and if we keep it up, we'll be given tough opponents, tough matchups. Thank you for watching my recap, and now back to the anchors.
Thank you, Jaden. Now we will go to Sawyer Fenoff, who will discuss an upcoming biddie tournament.
Hello Panthers. Today I'm going to be going over the Lisbon Biddy tournaments that are happening in February. The first tournament is happening the first weekend of February, on the 1st and the 2nd. This will be a 5th and 6th grade tournament. The following weekend, the 3rd and 4th will be having a tournament here at Lisbon. Now let's go to Jen Morneau on more information. Okay, so could you give me a little information on what the Biddy tournament is?
Sure. So the Tip-Off Classic is actually 2 tournaments for both 5th and 6th grade girls and boys, and also 3rd and 4th girls and boys. It's a tournament that was started many, many years ago when I was that age, and you're happy this year to bring it back and have a bunch of area teams come participate and play basketball all weekend long.
So how many teams are coming?
We have a total of 31 teams in the tournament. I believe the 5th and 6th have 8 in each division. And then the 3rd and 4th, I think there's 5 in the girls and 10 in the 3rd and 4th boys.
So how are you guys able to put this tournament together?
So it all generated with the Lions Club. So the Lions Club is what sponsors the Biddy programs here from pre-K all the way up to 6th grade. So with the help of the Lions Club and our scheduler, we worked with the local teams to see if they would be interested in coming to participate.
And what will the money that is generated from the tournament go towards?
Sure. So if you've been to a 3rd and 4th or a 5th and 6th game, you may have noticed that they have some very Panther Pride looking new uniforms. So the money that we raise will help go towards that. It'll help go towards other equipment. It'll help with any kind of programming that we may need, any other equipment, things like that. So it goes right back into the community, which is nice to see, and help our youth sports continue to grow, so that when they get into the upper levels, they'll continue to exceed with their athletics.
So how does the tournament run?
So the tournament runs based primarily off of volunteers. The volunteers are, parents, just local community members, teachers, people that are on PALs, really anybody in the community that's willing to donate time and effort. And we are actually still currently looking for some volunteers, specifically students that are aged in middle school to high school, and we're looking for help with the concessions and also running the clock and some bookkeeping. So it's a good opportunity for some community service to give back to some sports that you may or may not have had an opportunity to do. So if you're looking to want to volunteer, you should reach out to Mrs. Locke. She's the community service coordinator here at school.
Thank you, Jen. This will be a cool experience. And if you guys are looking to want to do some community service hours and get involved in this tournament, go see Mrs. Locke. Thank you, Panthers. Now back to the anchors.
Thanks, sports fans. We now want to give a huge shout out to all the parents that come to all of these games. Now we go to Sawyer with his big piece on If You Could Trade Places.
Hello, Panthers. For this segment, I'll be asking some students a question about if they could trade places with someone. Now, let's go to Hunter Barrios with his answer. All right, Hunter. If you could trade places with someone anywhere in the world, who would it be and why?
Y'all already know who I say. The GOAT. LeBron Raymond James. And why? Who wouldn't want to be LeBron? He's 6'9", he weighs 250 pounds, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. He averages almost a triple-double at the age of 14. So yeah, I'd probably want to be LeBron just because his greatness is like unmatched. And to be honest, greatest human being to ever walk the planet, so why would I not want to be him?
Now let's switch over to Lucas for his answer. All right, Lucas. If you could trade places with someone, who would it be and why?
I would trade places with Josh Allen because he's the MVP quarterback and Bills are going all the way to the Super Bowl. Bills Mafia. Let's go.
Thank you guys for watching this segment. Now back to the anchors.
But now, let's go to Augusta and her big story on the Grafton County Sheriff.
Hello, I'm Augusta Poole, and for my last big story, I will go to alumni Jillian Myers, who was recently elected for Grafton County Sheriff. I know you graduated from Lisbon Regional. Were there any classes that led you to become a police officer? If so, what were they?
Not many that I took during high school. I did take forensic science online when I was in high school, and I graduated in 2012. But when I went to school, I started at Castleton State. I took a lot of criminal justice, constitutional law classes, anything that involved public speaking, just to make me a better public speaker. And then I transferred to Plymouth State, and I continued that while I was at Plymouth State.
What got you interested in law enforcement?
I was mainly interested in probation parole when I was going through school, and towards the end of college, I quickly learned that there was not a lot of openings in probation parole because once someone gets that position, they stay there for years. So I gravitated towards law enforcement because there were many openings, and it's a good foot in the door. It gave me good experience, and turns out I like that more than probation parole, so I've just stuck with law enforcement.
Okay. Why did you decide to run for Grafton County Sheriff?
I have always in the back of my mind wanted to run for Grafton County Sheriff, and I knew that now was a good time. I knew the last sheriff wasn't running again, and it was a good time to step up. I knew I could make change, and that's kind of what the big push was behind me, and I just went with that through my campaign.
What are your responsibilities as Grafton County Sheriff?
So I oversee security for the whole complex here. I oversee court security. I have a group for that. I oversee dispatch and then my own deputies here at the Sheriff's Department. So it's general law enforcement functions. We do a lot of prisoner transports, to and from the jail, to and from medical appointments, And then we have a civil process where we serve eviction notices, civil paper from the court, stuff along those lines.
How does being the sheriff affect your life?
It's just law enforcement in general. It's life in a fishbowl. Everyone's always watching what you're doing. You just got to set an example when you're on the job and off the job. So just keeping that in the back of your mind always, and just knowing everyone's watching all the time.
Thank you, Jillian Myers. And now I will join back with Asher.
Now we will swing over to Hunter to learn about our broadcasting crew.
Hello, Panthers. This is yours truly, the King, Hunter James Barrios. I am going to be doing a piece on the broadcasting class for the last episode. I'll see you all in the interview. And we'll now swing over to Jaden and Sawyer. So for you guys' first question, how do you feel about the broadcast and media class?
I think it's a cool class. I think it's a cool way for us to like share stuff with the school and kind of spread some information about different things around the community and around in the school.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a cool class to bring ideas from different views you don't typically get to see as a student and bring it all into one broadcast for the student body to see and for more.
Alright, for the second question, not super broad, but what was your favorite part of this semester during this class?
My favorite part is getting all the videos and the interviews and the pictures and whatnot and putting them into the software and editing it into the finished product that I can feel good about to share with the school.
Yeah, my favorite part is also the editing because you get to just relax. You already got your interviews together. All you got to do is cut, put in whatever you need, and make it look good.
All right, for the third question, this is my personal favorite question. What was you guys' favorite episode?
My favorite episode was the Christmas episode. I thought we did some fun segments. The cooking was fun, and then making the special messages was fun to do.
I totally agree. The Christmas episode was fun. I also like that there just wasn't much stress in that episode. It wasn't like I gotta interview this person and get this done on this time. It was nice and flexible. It was fun. It was enjoyable, and with all of our classes not having any assignments, it was just great.
Funneled down to a specific point, what was you guys' favorite memory from this class?
My favorite memory is probably going and doing an interview with Tom White at New England Wire Technologies, because it was kind of cool to learn what they do and learn what they do for the school and the community and all that kind of stuff.
My favorite part of the class is actually what you're going to be seeing next, so let's wait and see it then.
Alright, see you guys in the next one. Now, let's shift gears and go listen to Asher, Hoyt, and Augusta Poole. Alright, so what do you two like about broadcast and media productions?
I personally like going out and getting the footage and talking to different people and finding out their views on our community and how they benefit our community. That's just me personally, though.
I think I like going to get the footage myself because I get to experience what's happening in the community.
Alright, so what is you two's favorite things about the broadcasting episodes?
Just seeing how my footage kind of goes together with the whole episode.
Editing the episode, making it look better than what we have when we start putting everything together.
Alright. What are your thoughts about the broadcasting episodes? What is it? How do you guys feel about them?
I feel like this class is a really cool class, and I'm really glad I took it. I think it's a really good way to express your creativity through videoing.
At the beginning, I feel like we didn't do so good because we were just starting off, but towards the end, I feel like we've done a good job throughout the learning the experience.
Alright, so for the last question, were there any memories that you would look back on from this class?
Probably just, my favorite memory is probably going to Second Chance. That was a really good opportunity for me.
I kind of enjoyed the Christmas episode because we made cookies and we were cooking, but we also got to engage a lot more.
For my personal experience, in the broadcast and media class, it wasn't really my thing. But with that being said, I made some good memories, especially with my buddies Sawyer and Jaden. They really made this semester a lot easier for me. I wasn't really trying to take this class at all, but I'm kind of glad I did. Special shout out to Sawyer though. He made this class a lot better than it could have been. Thank you all for staying to watch my last ever episode. And don't worry guys, it won't be the last time you'll see me. I'll try to make some appearances on the show when you'll be listening to the new crew. Thank you for all the fun this year, Panthers. This is the King, Hunter Barrios, signing out.
Thank you, Hunter. We will now go to Jaden with his advice of the day.
Welcome. My name is Jaden Heselton, and today is my last interview. I'll be getting some advice from Mr. Dunn, and without further ado, let's go to the interview.
So my advice for the day is, if you're anxious about doing something, to just go ahead and do it. Try to do the best you can, because if you avoid stuff, it often makes anxiety worse. But then when we go ahead and face those challenges, we often find that we do better than we expect, and then it gives us self-confidence about facing difficult circumstances in the future.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn. Now I just want to say it was a fun ride, and that I've had to thank Sawyer and Hunter for giving me some good laughs. I've had some good memories in this class, and overall it's just been a fun ride. However, this won't be the last of me. I'll try to make some appearances with the new crew. Thank you all for watching. This is Jaden Heselton, signing out.
Thank you, Jaden, for the advice of the day. Now into our sad ending. We are sad to say
A new group of students will be arriving on January 18th, so broadcast will resume after a few weeks.
And before we leave you, in the hands of our next broadcast crew, we'll show a few bloopers that occurred throughout the show.
Oh,
I don't think any of our footage is going to be usable because all you guys do is talk every time.
Well,
This
that makes
ice
it
is
good. That's
explain
what
anything.
makes it good.
blooper reel.
Bang. Bang.
Back to the anchors. And a happy new year. Some of the anchor. We got to interview some of the anchors about what
You should
led
just
them to
redo this.
WCA.
You need to just redo
That's
this.
enough,
Sawyer.
Jaden. I had it going good. You are buns and thighs, Jaden.
Alright, so Landon, can you say your name and spell it for me?
Yo, I'm Landon, L-A-N-D-E-N.
Last name too, please.
Daniels, D-A-N-I-E-L-S.
Dude, guys!
What is the vendor?
All the cool kids are doing it, Roscoe. And you, my friend, can get an 8-piece chicken chicken Start so I can think of my...
Just test. It's okay.
Alright. Yeah, you're right.
I thought so.
I had something lined up in my head. Just say it.
Wow, really?
Congratulations, Panthers. We've ended quarter one, leaving 3 more left of school. Stay strong and never back down, never what? I don't know what this does. To be honest.
I think that one
So,
definitely plugs in. This one will
you
clip
got,
on my
like,
shirt.
Yeah,
no
but I
time,
just don't
so
know
we
what
gotta
this
figure
is
things
for.
out right away. So who's
That was beautiful.
Hey Hunter, what is that?
Why are you looking off in the distance, sir?
Because that's what we get. We get.
Big Landon was him.
What do you mean you're not doing that?
It's not happening this week.
Oh, we'll just cut that out then.
We'll just cut that out.
Wait, so then what were you doing?
I was doing my big story.
Just say, Jaden, just say...
Oh, well, then I can get rid
Just say we will now turn.
Okay. And we can't forget about the big parade. I'll fill in the details when I get it.
Go away! I have to start all over because these children. Wrong. I can't do that. I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Thank you to the anchors. Today I'll be covering our past event, the veterans. Nope.
Brings tears to my eyes.
just
They can't see you. Sorry.
You're supposed to see. And the question of the week, we go, never mind, we don't go anywhere. Aika.
Sorry, I got distracted by this guy riding his bike.
Aika, we can redo that.
Alright, wait, can we watch it first?
No.
Thank you for watching Panthers in the Kitchen. Happy holidays. Back to the intros. Again.
Let's check out the sound. Why does it act like it's not getting any sound?
Glad I do this whole class by myself. You're welcome. Thank you for watching Panthers in the Kitchen. Happy holidays. Now, back to the anchors. That's better. Thank you.
I'm not anchor, actually. Thank you, Asher.
I don't think I left myself enough time.
Now.
Thanks for watching, Panthers. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications to see our next broadcasting crew.
Goodbye, and we hope you've had fun watching LRS TV Studios Panthers in the News.